The following message is transmitted at the request of the Fresno County Police Department. There have been many reports of individual who is destroying restaurants, such as McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, and much more. This individual is 400 feet tall, weighs 668 pounds, wearing a blue sweater, headphones, and wearing jeans. We may have believed that this is a person that we somewhat know 5 months later, but it is not confirmed at this time. All residents are strongly advised to remain high alert for any suspicious activities. Do not go near this individual, as we do not know if this person poses threat to life and property. As of right now, tune into your local radio stations for more information about this event.
At Fresno, California, it was 63 degrees, with a dew point of 63, giving a relative humidity of 100%. The wind was southeast at 9 miles per hour, and the pressure was 30.29 degrees and rising. Elsewhere around the region, at Hanford, it was sunny. The temperature was 60 degrees, the dew point 59, giving the relative humidity of 90%. The wind of north at 5 miles per hour. This is an OAA weather radio station K62, broadcasting at a frequency of 162.400 MHz. The station is located at a tower in Bear Mountain, California. The current time is 4:35 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the California State Police Department. At approximately 4:36 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Interstate 5 has been closed due to a few road accidents due to an extremely large person crushing up cars with using its hand. The public is advised to take necessary precautions in order to protect your life and property. All residents within a 5-mile radius of Interstate 5 must avoid taking this route at all costs. Do not cross over Interstate 5 or else you'll face legal consequences leading for arrest. If you are on the way to any workplace, take any alternate routes in order to avoid Interstate 5. Stay tuned to media outlets for further information.
Popcorners. Heard they're the cat's meow.
Of course. It's because they're popped, not fried. Knock yourself out.
Tuesday and Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Statewide AT&T phone outages are now down until further notice. Because the portion of the AT&T wireless phone system was damaged and lost, because of individual tampering with the telephone system. Phones that are displaying SOS should still not be able to call 911. Persons should call the alternate phone line. If you have an emergency, call 559-621-7000.
The temperature was 79 degrees. At Visalia, it was 78. At Madeira, the temperature was 77. And Merced reported 77 degrees. Along the coast, temperatures were between 60 and 64 degrees. At San Francisco,
Flood warning now in effect from 7:09 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time until further notice. What? Major flooding is forecast. Where? Little Panoche Creek and Kings River. When? From 7:09 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time until further notice. Additional details. At 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Wednesday, the stage was 44.8 feet. Forecast. The river is expected to rise to a crest of 100.0 feet tomorrow morning. Flood stage is 92.0 feet. River flooded caused by an individual. Landslides is possible Friday and dam is at high risk of Pochingal aerial flooding. San Joaquin River, Mullerton Lake, and Pine Flat Dam on the Kings River. Pine Flat Lake will be flooded as a result. Earthquakes and tsunamis are possible. https://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. You should monitor later forecasts for a possible flash flood warnings.
sunny. Saturday and Saturday night, clear. Highs in the upper 70s. Sunday and Sunday night, clear. High.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey in conjunction with the National Weather Service. Landslide alert. As of 4:09 p.m. PDT, Pyramid Peak and Black Mountains is at high risk of causing a landslide to all residents living or traveling near the mountain. This landslide was caused by major flooding in the Little Panoche Creek and Kings River in Fresno, California. This was as a result of an individual who has been identified as Case Baker was the main reason that the landslides are occurring. Landslides are very dangerous to life and property. Evacuate now. For your protection, mandatory evacuations are now ordered for all residents traveling or living near the Pyramid Peak and Black Mountains. If you don't follow any mandatory evacuation procedures, you will face fatal consequences. Stay tuned to your broadcast radio for further information.
Highs in the lower 80s. Lows in the mid-50s.
The following urgent message is transmitted at the request for the Fresno County Emergency Management. Friday and Dam is at major risk of causing a catastrophic dam failure. If you are traveling near or living within Friday and Dam, you are advised to evacuate immediately. Take any necessities, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, and a battery-powered radio or a hand crank radio for the duration of this emergency. If you refuse to take mandatory orders, your consequences will result to be fatal. And mandatory evacuation is now ordered immediately for the following areas near the Friday and Dam: Madera, Riedley, Fowler, and Carmen. If you refuse to follow any mandatory evacuation procedures, you are putting yourself in extreme danger. Please stay tuned into media outlets for further information. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. As of 9:02 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, seismic activity was reported in the city of San Francisco Bay. A magnitude earthquake of 9.7 on the Richter scale has been detected at 8:54 p.m. Pacific Time, and it has been caused by CaseOh's. This earthquake has caused massive damage to the San Francisco Bay Area. An estimated total of injuries is 62, and an estimated total of fatalities is 782. A possible tsunami will be imminent, and coastal areas within the West Coast should prepare to evacuate immediately, if requested by government officials. As of right now, take necessary precautions to protect your life. Tsunami warning. I repeat, tsunami warning. The National Weather Service has issued tsunami warning. I repeat, National Weather Service has issued a tsunami warning for the coast areas of San Mateo, Contra Costa, Alameda, Napa, San Francisco Bay, Sonoma, Solano, Santa Clara, and Marin. An earthquake magnitude of 9.7 near Tokyo, Japan at around 9:59 a.m. Pacific time this morning. This was a result of an individual named CaseOh's was causing major earthquakes by jumping jacks along the coast of the San Francisco Bay Area. The tsunami is expected to arrive within 30 minutes. A tsunami warning remains in effect until further notice. Please listen to further information from your local authorities regarding any evacuation routes for your area. Please refer to the internet site wpc.nsep.noaa.gov for more information and estimated time of arrival sites. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Seattle Police Department. As of 4:09 p.m., a dangerous individual was spotted walking near the Seattle metropolitan area. This individual has been identified as CaseOh's. He was responsible for the earthquakes and tsunamis around the San Francisco Bay Area. Residents have reported that CaseOh's will walk near to volcano of Mount Rainier. A possible volcano emergency will be issued, but it's not confirmed at this time. Residents are advised to not approach this suspect and not to interfere with this individual, as we do not know if he is hostile or not. Please stay tuned to media outlets for further information about this situation. State of emergency. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Volcano warning. I repeat, volcano warning. The National Weather Service has issued volcano warning. I repeat, National Weather Service has issued volcano warning for all of Washington state counties. As of 5:09 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Mount Baker, Glacier Peak, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Adams is at high risk of erupting in the next 24 hours. All residents are strongly advised to evacuate Washington immediately. This was a result of a 10.1 earthquake magnitude has been detected 5 miles north of Juneau, Alaska at 4:57 p.m. Alaskan Daylight Time. This earthquake has a result of 4 volcanoes have been erupted statewide. All residents are strongly advised to evacuate immediately. Mandatory evacuation orders are now in effect for the state of Washington. It has been reported that 4 volcanoes have been erupted simultaneously within the Seattle metropolitan area. Ashfall is expected to arrive shortly, which will cause difficulty breathing, and will contaminate drinking water. Remember to take any supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio or a hand crank radio. There are possibly of lava flows that will be expected shortly, which will cause extensive damage to areas near the volcanoes. In addition, if you have not evacuated, do so now. This is an extremely dangerous situation to life and property. If you choose to stay where you are, it will result in certain death. Remember to wear a breathing mask to protect yourself from exposure to ashfall. Evacuate now. If you refuse to evacuate, you are putting your life in extreme danger. If all volcanoes erupted nationwide, it will cause a Vernochet event to occur. Stay tuned for more information regarding this life-threatening situation. Mandatory evacuation order is now in effect statewide. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Alaska Emergency Management Agency. All 120 volcanoes in Alaska are at the verge of erupting in the next 7 hours. This was a result of an earthquake magnitude of 9.9 has been detected by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Palmer, Alaska. The cause of these volcanoes were erupting simultaneously was CaseOh's. CaseOh's is a dangerous individual who is known to cause earthquakes and causing volcanoes to erupt in the next 7 hours. A possible Vernochet event will occur worldwide. As this time, you are advised to evacuate the following boroughs: Aleutians East Borough, Aleutians West Census Area, Anchorage, Municipality of Bethel Borough, Bristol Bay Borough, Denali Borough, Fairbanks Phoenix North Star Borough, Haynesboro, Juneau City and Borough, Keeney Peninsula Borough, Ketchikan Gateway Borough, Kodiak Island Borough, Lake Kent Peninsula Borough, Madanuskis-Susitna Borough, Northwest Arctic Borough, Petersburg Borough, Prince of Wales Hyder Borough, Skagway Municipality, Sitka City and Borough, Valdez Cordova Borough, Wrangell City and Borough, Yukon Boyukuk Borough. Take any supplies, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio for the duration of this emergency. Stay tuned to media outlets for further information about this event.
Burnsville, it was sunny and 63. Wind west at 10 gusting to 20. At Cartersville, it was sunny and 63. Wind northwest at 8 gusting to 14. At Kennesaw, it was sunny and 62. Wind northwest at 13. At Hampton, it was sunny and 63. Wind north at 7. At Covington, the National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 91, effective until 9 p.m. This watch includes the following counties: Douglasville. Remember, a tornado watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen to later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, broadcast radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Montana State Police Department. Riots are now occurring across the cities of Montana. This was likely due to the volcanoes erupting simultaneously in Washington state area, and the state of Alaska. We may have believed that severe seismic activity was reported due to an dangerous individual, also known as CaseOh's, had been responsible for causing major earthquakes in Alaska. This was a result of severe seismic activity, which led to all volcanoes in Alaska erupting simultaneously, including the cities of the state of Washington. An upcoming Vernshot event is likely. Residents in the affected area of receiving this message are urged to remain high alert if in case another situation is about to occur. Vernshot events are a hypothetical volcanic eruption event caused by the buildup of gas deep underneath the craton, causing a major extinction event to the global. If you see CaseOh's, use firearms if necessary. The United Nations, along with the United States Geological Survey, will keep you updated as the situation continues. Stay tuned to media outlets for further information about this situation. p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Yellowstone caldera is at risk of erupting within the next 2 hours. Magma has been building up in the surface in the past few minutes. The cause of the eruption of the Yellowstone caldera was from CaseOh's, with a 10.1 magnitude earthquake detected around Park County in Montana. This has been to a result of the Yellowstone caldera at high risk of erupting. If the Yellowstone caldera erupted, Montana and Wyoming will be destroyed for good, and will be erased from the map. All residents within a 1,000-mile radius of Yellowstone National Park are advised to evacuate the following counties: Park County, Montana; Teton County, Wyoming; Gallatin County, Montana; and Park County, Wyoming. Do not wait to see or hear the volcanic eruption. Evacuate now. Take any supplies, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, and a battery-powered radio or a hand crank radio for the duration of emergency. Stay tuned for media outlets for further information.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Tornado emergency for Atlanta, Georgia. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a tornado warning for Douglasville County until further notice. At 6:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, weather meteorologists and storm spotters were tracking a large, extreme and dangerous F10 tornado. Hazard: damaging tornado. Source: radar confirmed tornado. Impact: you are a life-threatening situation. Flying debris are fatal to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Tree limbs will be blown down. Damage to vehicles is likely. This dangerous and deadly tornado will be near Atlanta at around 6:40 p.m. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Atlanta. Some meteorologists say that it was CaseOh's who was responsible for creating a large and dangerous tornado. Take cover now. Move to an underground shelter now.
We interrupted normal programming. This is a global emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted normal programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations remain, and they are providing news and information to the public and assigned areas. This is KDUUDV. We will continue to serve the Anchorage, Alaska area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune into stations providing news and information for your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, in conjunction with the United States Geological Survey, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Our world is coming to an end. At approximately 3:49 p.m. Alaskan Daylight Time, all volcanoes have erupted simultaneously around the world. A Vernish event that we have been warning you about has arrived. The cause of this extinction event to all of humanity was CaseOh's. He was known to cause mega tsunamis in all coastal lines all around the world. The earthquakes registering far from the 10 on the Richter scale is occurring across the world. Volcanoes have erupted simultaneously around the world. Tornadoes and flash flooding have been occurring worldwide. This is a dangerous situation to all of humanity. All residents, or wherever you are, gather your loved one, such as your spouses, children, pets, and friends, and embrace the final demise to our world. We are sorry that we are not unable to stop this catastrophic situation from happening. This is what you have been dreaming about. It's happening now in real life. If you are part of religious denominations, pray to your high being or beings. We will now hear the national anthem after the end of the emergency action notification alert. After the emergency action notification alert has ended, all radio stations and TV stations across the world are going off the air for the final time, including the NOAA weather radio stations. This concludes the final emergency action notification of the emergency alert system. Goodbye, and God bless you all.